Hey, it's Jose. Thanks for joining me on my journey to I Am. For those who are new here, I am a Jehovah Witness convert child from the time I was 5 until I left the faith when I was 19. My mom is still a Jehovah's Witness. And that's the reason for my video today, actually. So I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos from before, but I'm actually in court with my mom. My daughter had a child when she was very young, and I am raising that child. And then she had another child, and somehow my mom is raising the second child. And I am gonna vent about that a little bit. I just had a settlement conference. So I don't know if you guys know, in Canada here, in between times they have a meeting at the court that lets the judge kind of view both sides of what's happening and give some advice. So essentially none of the settlement conference issue stuff ever makes it to trial if this court case goes to trial. But in my mom's paperwork this time around, she has said that Isaiah feels so guilty when he comes home from being at our house and doing things that he shouldn't be doing, that he has to confess his sins to her. And I was just like, what? That's not even a Jehovah Witness belief system. Like, they don't do that. I mean, sure, okay, you can go to the elders and you can, but you don't confess your sins. And secondly, isn't there a 2-witness rule? So when he goes home to her and he says, oh, I've done this and this and this, doesn't there have to be a secondary person to verify that what he's saying is true? Or is it because I'm not one of Jehovah's Witnesses, so therefore the 2-person rule doesn't apply? It only applies to people in the congregation? I was flabbergasted. I actually, I was like, the manipulation was sickening. But I have no worries. I have no worries about this because I came to court for a good reason. There was a report done by, the children's advocate lawyer, and in there, 3 times she stated that these kids have the right to see each other on a regular, consistent basis, which is what I've been asking for all along. And in that report, it also says that he was suffering from negative repercussions, and that it seems to be coming from my mom. That's what the report says, that it seems to be coming from my mom. So I was kind of when I saw this lady, because what's happening is that she's laying down like every single holiday. So before, of course she wouldn't let him come on the holidays, Christmas, Halloween, all that stuff. And when I set out my court papers, I was respectful of that. I respect her as a Jehovah Witness. She doesn't respect me as a non-Jehovah Witness, but I did respect her enough to, lay out. I actually made like a 10-year calendar ahead, and I looked at all the holidays so that I could space the amount evenly. I want these kids to be stable. But what she's done is literally, she's put in every holiday, every civic holiday, and on top of that, there was like A, B, C, D, all the way to O. On top of all the holidays that she expected the court to hold him back on, she also had like A, B, C, D, all the way through O for things that he can't attend, and she would go about birthdays and this and that, as a Jehovah Witness, all the stuff that I'm talking about. She would say that, she said that but they don't celebrate, when people get together of different faiths for a common reason. And I'm thinking, wow, like that, to me, that would be the most ideal thing, is people of different faiths coming together and being one. Like, I don't mind what religion you are. I don't mind if somebody's a Jehovah Witness. I don't mind if my neighbors were Muslims. My neighbors are still Muslims, and I bake food, and I take, if it's in their dietary restrictions, I'm not gonna take them food. But if I'm making food and I've got some spare food, I'm always feeding my neighbors. I don't know, it's the thing I do. I like to do that. I have a little old man that lives next door. He's in his 90s, so he really appreciates when I bring some goodies. And the other people on the other side, well, because they're not from here, I want to make them feel welcome, and I want them to, I've actually stood up for them. Like, we've gone down to the bus stop, and the people where we stand at the bus stop was being rude to them, and I stepped right up. I said, oh, Joe, I said, you know, these guys are okay. They're my neighbors. They're good people. Like, just, to kind of reassure them that you don't have to be prejudiced just because you don't like their background. Like, honestly, get to know them a little bit. They're nice people, and they want none of the stuff that they've been taught to. I mean, that might be their religion stuff still, but I have read the Quran, and I read it just because I like to read. I like to be aware of all the knowledge. I might not agree with it, but I'm not going to tell them they can't agree with it. And if I was to sit down and have a real conversation with them, I'd probably get them to admit that their religion's a little bit extreme, and because I have that way about me that I'm relatable. I hope I'm relatable. I feel like I relate to other people. I have a way of being that chameleon. I've made that video already, so I can find a common ground with anyone and start a conversation. And that's all you need is common ground. Start up a conversation and ask them about them, get to know them, and and we find out really cool stuff, and we'll actually gain more knowledge about the world around us, which includes them. So I am back to this court case thing. I was pretty upset, but what can I do? I know I'm gonna win. I know that because I'm using love. And actually, it's funny because the other day I just thought about King Solomon and the story of the two babies, and how, like, the one baby, was dead, and so she switched the babies. The story. And then King Solomon was like, okay, we'll cut the live baby in half and give half to each. And I feel like that's what my mom is doing. I feel like she's the one that's the lady that wants to split the child. She doesn't want to, mind you, I'm not the other lady either that's just willing to give the child over to her. That's why I went to court, because obviously I need some justice for these children to be able to be brother and sister. I mean, we're going to die long before they do. So they need to have a relationship, and you build relationships much easier as a child. Like, you're more loving, you're more trusting. As we get older, I find it a little bit harder to make friends. I made the video about me dropping a friend last year because, accused me of gossiping. And I know I didn't gossip, and I wasn't even going to play that game. I didn't have anything to do with anything that she was trying to cause the drama in my life. I didn't get sucked in. I just dropped it, wished her well, because even though she did that to me, I'm not going to wish her harm. Like, anything that I put out there is going to come back to me. I mean, you point your finger, you got three pointing back at you. I mean, that's how energy works. So, and really, you only see in others what you have about yourself. Like, a thief will see thieving behavior. So if you're seeing things in other people, or if I'm seeing things in other people, maybe I should take note of what do I need to learn from this right now, so that it doesn't pertain to me anymore. So, well, thanks for joining me on my journey to I Am. I didn't teach anything today. I was venting. And I appreciate the people that watch my videos and give me advice about, or even just relate with me, about my situation with similar situations that they have. I just love that. It just, and I wish that other people out there, maybe hope would be the better word. I hope that other people out there get to a point where they can do the same thing. Not that, if you want to make video, great. If you don't want to make video, great. I certainly never wanted to make videos before, and I'm doing that now. But it has been really therapeutic to me, and hopefully I can even help one person. If I can help one person, I'm winning. So again, thanks for joining me on my journey to I Am today, and I hope you have an excellent day. And as always, I love you because I love me. Take care.